Welcome to our channel. Kids like to having their own toys and gadgets of various type size as per their interests. They may like having indoor gaming tools and toys or bring outdoor gaming instruments. Whether these toys are indoor or outdoor, some of them can be hazardous for children. For today's video, let me ask you, how do you manage giving toys to a kid? Are they safe enough to play with those? Stay there, as for today, we're discussing the most dangerous kids' toys. For this checklist, we're offering you products that are considered that are extremely dangerous to the health and safety of the children they're selling to. Viewers, before moving on to video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get videos earlier. Toy guns. Run! Kids love playing with toy guns. Perhaps it's because of the speed of bullets, the loud noises, or maybe the impact of the current TV characters. Airsoft and BB guns could make eyes go out. Paintballs can cause a severe cut, and cap guns commonly cause burns. There are more than 200 instances where toy guns have been misinterpreted as real firearms every year in the United States. While many toy guns are not necessarily dangerous, however, they can look like the real thing and can result in serious injuries or even death. Quick folding trampoline. All that rises must fall down. The higher you blast your child in high air, the higher the chance of injuries. The trampoline you are using may be small, but it's an enormous risk. There is no safety, and there is no cushioned handlebar. The chance of your child becoming uncontrollable and falling into furniture is very high. Toy crossbows. In general, the case with the typical crossbow is so heavy that the bow requires two people to use it, but not with this one. It is possible to hold this crossbow while you use your toothpick by using one hand and pulling the trigger. In the past, China had to blow down on the craze of toothpick crossbows, where the tiny spears can pierce from over 60 feet. Slingshots. Not to be left out in our arsenal category is the slingshot. It's certainly an iconic toy, however, some toys are better left to the past. In 2006, the CPSC recalls more than 100,000 toys following reports of children made blind, and some follow on in broken teeth. Sky dancers. These flying fairies are more threatening than they appear. You just have to pull the launcher's cord, and the princess doll will spin upwards and eventually land on the eyes of those around. After receiving 150 complaints of cornea scratches, eye injuries, cracked teeth, facial lacerations, perhaps a minor concussion, Galoob Toys Inc. rounded their toys for good, recalling around 8.9 million in 2000. Creepy crawlers. Mattel began to produce creepy crawlers in 1964. Although it may not seem like playing with fire, this design station still has high temperatures and, in earlier models, the release of harmful gases. Creepy crawlers were made safer in the late 1990s. However, the first versions included an open-faced hot plate that reached 300 degrees Fahrenheit. It may have not been liquid magma, but it's still extremely hot, particularly if you got close to the creature before it became solid. Moon shoes. Toys in your childhood are about trying to propel your body into the sky as high as it is possible. The first version of moon shoes was introduced around 1950. Made from a form of metal, they secured your feet as roller skates. They also had springs to assist you in reaching the stars. They were also very heavy, leading to numerous property damage as kids fell on household objects and injuries in the event that kids bungled the landing, rolled their ankle, or broke mom and dad's toes. Nickelodeon came out with a more secure rubber version during the 1990s, however, broken and sprained ankles remained. Austin Magic Pistol. Doesn't it suck that each one of the four most dangerous toys also is the coolest? This toy gun truly uses combustion, flames shooting out of it. It's a product of metal and wholly feels like a ray gun from early sci-fi. Whereas the Austin Magic shooting iron would possibly work as a wicked impressive vintage toy once you're in your 20s or older, this circa 1950s toy gun is absurdly dangerous. Its magic crystals, square measure composed of a combination of carbide and water, which with a touch facilitated the sparking trigger, combust violently. Even within the wild and crazy 50s, it quickly became apparent that this was no toy, leading to a variety of bans. Easy Bake Oven. This could have been the most dangerous children's stove. The Easy Bake Oven had a significantly greater impact since Kenner introduced the product in 1963. The majority of all 11 versions are 100% safe, but there were a few that did not follow the recipe correctly. The 2006 model was removed from the market after reports of 29 children getting their fingers caught in the door of the front-loading oven. Aqua Dots. Small beads spritz with water, and the design will meld together sounds great. However, the issue in this toy of 2007 is that it released the chemical GHB, aka the drug used to treat rape on dates when consumed. With that, 3 children fell into comas following the swallowing of poisonous pieces. Lawn darts, which do you prefer? A fun family play in the yard or a hazard? It wasn't until 1970 when CPSC decided to go with the former, prohibiting jarts at first and then negotiating an agreement with manufacturers to stop selling the items as toys. However, around 6,000 children went to the hospital in the 70s and 80s for injuries related to them, which included 3 deaths. Crime Scene Investigation Fingerprint Examination Kit. CSI television series during times is not for children. It turns out that this set of toys wasn't just inconvenient, but was also dangerous. The material used to make fingerprints were discovered to be contaminated with asbestos, and when inhaled could cause respiratory problems, as well as cancer later. Zulu Blowing Game. The toys of the 1930s to the 1960s were designed to eliminate and kill any child who was not smart before they were old enough to be adults. The Zulu Blowing Game was no exception in the use of the Zulu Blowing Gun. The toys were essentially designed to reduce to prevent asphyxiation. Many versions were available between the 1920s to 1960s. Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Laboratory. Science-based toys are still popular with parents. However, this particular chemistry kit from the 60s won't be a hit today. It was the Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Laboratory, by the creator of the Erector set, actually included 4 kinds of ore containing uranium. The Erector set was one of the top-selling toys that the world has ever seen. In the following 40 years, the company released various science-based playsets that were extremely dangerous according to modern standards. Kindly tell us that which part of video do you like most. Also hit the like button and share it to friends.